Hello, welcome back to the channel Tarot Yogi. I'm Vinit. I read tarot intuitively, and today we have another timeless pick a card reading on where is your career headed. I did a career reading, I think, a year ago. I will try to link it in the description box below. But I thought it would be very interesting to see again where are you in your career and where are things going for you in terms of your career. So we have three piles to choose from. Pile number one, we have Tarot of the Owls. Pile number two, we have Tarot of the Witch's Garden. Pile number three, we have the John Bauer Tarot. So take a minute, see what pile is being called to you intuitively. The description box below will have the timestamp for your pile. And again, remember, these are general readings, so please take what resonates, leave the rest. And if you like my style of reading, please like this video, share, subscribe, comment. It means a lot, it helps the channel grow. And if you want to reach out for a private reading, you can definitely do that. My email ID and my Instagram handle are given in the description box below, so you can definitely reach out for a private reading. And I will see you guys in your reading. Thank you. Hello, pile number one. If you chose Tarot of the Owls, this is your reading on where is your career headed, and this is a timeless pick a card reading, so you're supposed to hear this when you hear it. So we're asking angels, ancestors, spirit guides, ascended master, star family, where is my pile number one's career headed? Okay, pile number one, we have Four of Cups, we have Seven of Cups, Nine of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, King of Wands, Queen of Swords, Two of Wands, the High Priestess, and we have Five of Pentacles. And the Four of Cups card is actually from another deck. It's from Tarot of the Dragons, and it just must have slipped into my deck when I was trying to decide which deck to take for my reading today. So I think that is an important message there. So let's start with that. And firstly, I want to say you're very, very protected, and I feel a lot of y'all want to make transitions in your career. It's not like you're particularly unhappy with where you are. It's just, I think you understand that you want something more, but you're not able to figure out what is the more that you want. And I think this will only come to you when you are in a more relaxed energy. And I do feel you have a lot of opportunities around you, but it's almost like you're so anxious that you cannot be grateful enough for where you are right now. And I think that's very important. And I do feel you have a lot of options right now, and there is this confusion. There is a lot of confusion about which sort of path to take. And I think you will just know which is the right path to take for yourself in terms with your integrity, and you're not going to have to compromise on your integrity at all. So I think what you have to learn to do is learn to be quiet enough, because it will again point you towards where you truly need to be. And if you're worried about money, I want you to say that you're already very abundant. You're already showing up in this Nine of Pentacles energy. So you're already at pile number one. You don't have to stress about money in the future. That's what I'm really picking up for you. But you may not feel that way right now given your circumstances, but things are going to improve for you. All you have to do is sort of take this opportunity that is in front of you. And despite your apathy and boredom, what I'm really seeing over here is we have the Queen of Wands, and we have the King of Wands, and we have the Queen of Swords. So that's a very deadly combination of kings and queens. And I really feel that you are a natural born leader. You're supposed to lead. And if your career is not going as you want it to be, maybe you need to step up and start leading. I think that is the really important message over here, because the King of Wands, he's sort of in the center of this reading, and maybe things are not working out for you because you're trying to water yourself down and you're just trying to get by just being ordinary, but you're not meant to be ordinary. Pile number one, you have something very special to share. Whatever it is, it's going to be different for a lot of y'all, and for a lot of y'all, I'm picking up it's going to be something creative. You're going to leave behind a written sort of, you're going to leave behind like a written or an oral legacy, or just anything creative over here. So it's really your sign to just go for it and really start chasing what is it that you truly want. And my eye is going on the Lizard card, on the King of Wands card, and we have the dragons as well in this reading, when this was supposed to be like an owl reading. But I think that draconic energy is very strong over here. You could identify as a draconian starseed or a reptilian starseed, but even if you don't, you're sort of being called right now to be in that sort of enterprising energy where you're really putting your own needs first, and understanding that by putting your needs first, you will be eventually able to help a lot of people as well. And needless to say, of your gender, you're showing up here as Queen of Wands and Queen of Swords. So I would say they're still sort of very active and masculine principles, even if they're very feminine. And you're going to get very attractive. You're going to get more magnetic than you already are. So you're going to have another glow up, is what I'm really picking up for you over here, the more you start leading. And like I said, I think you will enjoy yourself more, and I think your life will also get easier the more you're able to just accept your destiny and understand that you're meant to lead. You cannot keep working under someone, even if it's in the corporate pile number one. Even if you want to have a very worldly job, you have to figure out a way to start your own company or something, because if someone can do it right now, it is you. You have all the stuff it takes to really create something from the ground up. And I feel you have a lot of ideas. You have amazing ideas. You have things that no one has been able to tap into, and you're going to be able to use it in a very material way, all the spiritual knowledge that you have. And I think you have these beautiful ideas, but it's also going to be very important for you to learn to ground these ideas in whatever you're trying to do in a very everyday, sort of a mundane kind of way. That's what you really need to do. You have to figure out how can you use all this magical ethereal energy and really ground it in your everyday life. I think that's what you need to do. You need to combine the very heavenly and the very celestial with your everyday earthly existence, because you will be able to do it. You will be able to sort of create this synthesis, if that makes sense, between your ideal self, your higher self, and who you are meant to be on earth right now. And I think this will just open the dam of abundance for you. I really feel that you have a lot of cornucopia just waiting to fall into your lap, but all you have to sort of do right now is lead, and not even lead in a very aggressive way, but just lead people by showing them the way, by just doing what you are doing quite quietly and shining and being that pillar of light for a lot of people, because it's very much a part of your destiny over here. And the Queen of Swords, which is the owl over here, she's crowned by butterflies. So again, you're going to transform in a very major sort of way. And even if you have already transformed, it's not the end. We keep transforming in phases, so it's going to happen to you again. And every time you transform, you're becoming much closer to your higher self. So there's going to be a sense of lightness, but there's also going to be a lot of there's also going to be a lot of sense of just letting go of things. So I think that's also really important for you over here. And I think planning is very important for you as well. You need to be very meticulous with your plans about how you choose to go about executing things. We have Two of Wands. So you really need to have a strategy in place. So any sort of doubt you have, it will be able to tackle you'll be able to tackle it away with such ease, because you must have had like a contingency plan for anything going wrong in what you're trying to do. And having a backup for whatever you're doing is also very important. So if you're a content creator, I'm just giving an example, maybe back up all your videos. I'm just giving an example for it to your situation. Whatever you do, create a portfolio. If you're doing something creative, create a portfolio where people can see your work. That's also very important, because there's something about you being seen that is also going to play a very major role in your career, and also how you project yourself. Your self-image is also very important over here. I'm getting first house energy, and you're very intuitive, regardless. To say we have the high priestess, so even if you are a very worldly person, or if you're spiritual, it doesn't matter. And like I said, you're supposed to, even if you are a very spiritual person, you're supposed to really ground that very spiritual knowledge into everyday existence in a way people understand it. So you could very much be a tarot reader here as well, like me. Or you could be called upon to maybe share witchcraft on YouTube, or whatever you do. Whatever sort of spiritual endeavors you have, or even if it's a business, you need to share it online, because that's how you will make a lot of profit. And I feel this is a very lonely path that you're walking. And I think, pile number one, I think you understand that you do your best to work alone. I'm not saying you don't collaborate, and I do think collaborations will come to you, but I think you do your best to work alone. And there's just some deep magic that you work on whatever you're doing. And I think you need to give yourself more to that. You need to give yourself more to that creative process, and know that even if you're walking on earth alone right now, you're not really alone, and you have your ancestors, your spirit guides, your angels guiding you, protecting you, and showing you the way, also giving you divine opportunities. So don't miss out on that. Learn to be a little more grateful than you are. I think that will again open your eyes to see the miracles around you already. And that will again help you attract in what you truly need. And there's also a lot of healing here. So you will be able to heal yourself the more you sort of show up and do this work for yourself and other people. Again, you're going to be leading a lot of people here as well. We have King of Wands in the center of the reading. And like I said, your self-image is also going to play a very big role. So you feeling like you don't deserve something, you feeling like you're not good enough, all those things need to go. And you really need to learn to show up and be in this natural leader sort of energy. And I know it can be very difficult at times, because your ego takes over, but you're going to learn to check your ego outside the door when it comes to showing up and doing this for yourself and other people. because there is just this very big sense of responsibility here as well, because even if there are like 100 artists, and if you are an artist, what you have to share is not something that other artists share. So understand that whatever you do, pile number one, it's very special and no one can replace that. So understand that what you have to share is invaluable, and it's also really needed by a lot of people right now. So don't don't be your biggest enemy right now. I think that is really the message over here, because you do have a lot of success. And you're supposed to be very independent. And yes, love will come in for you, but even till then, I think the cue for you when love will come in is you're going to be doing very well financially, you're going to be doing very well emotionally. And the cliche is, when you really feel you don't need anyone, that's when you will find the love, because no one is coming to save you at the end of the day, pile number one. I think that's what you need to realize. No one is coming to save you but yourself. So you need to be the knight for yourself. You need to really be that knight in the shining armor for yourself. And you can still maintain your queen like energy. So understand that you can be these very different things at different times. Whatever the situation requires of you, you can become that. You can shift into whatever is it that is going to help you get the best results for yourself over here. So please keep that in mind, and please act upon these beautiful insights you have, because you have a lot to share. And whatever you do, it's coming from the divine. It's coming from this very pure place, if that makes sense. So again, share, do, and just be in this energy of sharing and doing and giving, because I think that's again very important for you over here. Shuffle some oracle. Anything I missed? Okay, pile number one, we have 3 cards. We have New Moon in Pisces, New Moon eclipse, and we have Waxing Moon. And New Moon in Pisces reads meditate and contemplate. So like I said, even if you get confused, even if you don't know where you're going, take a minute to yourself, calm down, and you will be pointed towards the direction that you need to go in, because you are very divinely guided to where you need to be. And even if your 3D world, even if your 3D existence seems very difficult to navigate, you will know exactly how to flow like water in the path of least resistance to get to where you need to be. And expect powerful change. So like I said, metamorphosis is very big in your reading. You're not even going to be the same person you are right now. You're going to change in a very major sort of way, and that's not a bad thing at all. So you're going to be able to ascend and become lighter and become a much stronger, a much more secure version of yourself, and you're going to be able to help people even more. And we have the energies gaining momentum. So again, it's very important that you do the work right now, sow in the seeds, because it's really a time for you in terms of like a call of action. You're really being called right now to step up and really do your best work and really put your best foot forward, and just do the best you can in every sort of way, because it will come back to you in ways you can't even imagine. So there's a lot of good fortune and promised for you over here. All you have to do is show up for yourself and do that work. I think that's really important over here. And yes, you may be very defensive, and what you're trying to create may take a lot of time. So it's really important that you lose the battle but win the war, and understand that it's important that you pace yourself out, and you don't burn yourself out. That's also a very important message over here. Yeah. Any other messages? Yeah, that's all I have for pile number. Once again, it's a general reading, so please take what resonates, leave the rest. And if you like my style of reading, please like this video, share, subscribe, comment. It means a lot. It helps the channel grow. And if you want to reach out for private reading, you can definitely do that. My email ID and my Instagram handle are given in the description box below. So you can definitely reach out for private reading, and I will see you guys in the next reading. Thank you. Hello, pile number 2. If you chose Tarot of the Witch's Garden, this is your reading on where is your career headed, and this is a timeless pick a card reading, so you're meant to see this whenever you see it. So you're asking angels, ancestors, spirit guides, ascended master, star family today, where is pile number 2's career headed? We thank you for these clear, concise, and accurate messages. We thank you for always guiding us, especially when we need it the most. Okay, pile number 2, we have 10 of Wands, we have Ace of Cups, 6 of Wands, the High Priestess, World, 2 of Pentacles, 3 of Cups, 2 of Cups, Queen of Wands, and yeah, like there's been so much distractions ever since even before I started this reading, I dropped water on my t-shirt and things were just falling everywhere, even before I started this reading. So there is a lot of chaos, there's a lot of this upheaval around you, and I do think this is something you are supposed to harness. You're supposed to harness all these distractions, all this pain, all this backstabbing. You're supposed to use all of it to further yourself on your path. And I think you're definitely struggling right now with boundaries. First thing, you need to have boundaries. Your boundaries are very weak. You need to have very strong boundaries in place in order to succeed, because there are a lot of energies that you need to keep outside yourself. And I feel a lot of y'all are single in this pile, and a lot of y'all are in this very needy, desperate energy. And let me tell you, when you are in this needy, desperate energy, you're not going to attract anyone worthwhile being with. So you have to be in a much higher vibratory zone if you really want to attract in someone worthwhile being with. So right now we really need to focus on self-love. And even I feel a lot of y'all just want to be in a relationship and you want to be saved. But I really want to say, pile number two here, no one is gonna come save you. And the more you're able to stand up for yourself, the more you're able to take charge of your own life, the more risks you will take, the more rewards you will get. It's quite literally that. We have Six of Wands, and the more you let go of other people's burdens and you truly ask yourself, what is it that you want? What is it that you see yourself do 10 years down the line, 20 years down the line, 30 years down the line? That is really the question. I feel a lot of y'all are supposed to change your careers here, whether you like it or not. And I feel this is helping you get towards a career that is well suited for you. It's better suited for you. So there's a lot of change in the air for you, and all you have to do is learn to ride the wave instead of sinking through the wave. I think that is a very important message over here. And we have Two of Pentacles, and Two of Pentacles can be a very tricky card. It can also be a card of just everything around you going haywire, but you're supposed to be in this inner harmony and you're supposed to just juggle multiple things. And I do feel that is the case with you. And you may feel at times that you're not very protected, but let me tell you, you're very, very protected by number two. And you have your ancestors, your spirit guides, your angels loving you, protecting you, guiding you. And there are just certain experiences that one has to go through. There are no ways through it. There's no bypassing any of this sort of karmic lessons that we all have to go through in our lives. And I think right now you are in the mud, but you will be able to bloom like the lotus. So I think it's very important that you really take your time, honor where you are right now, because you are closing in very, very big chapters. And whether you're spiritual or not, you are a little witchy, because we have the Witch Tarot deck and we have Queen of Wands and we have the Magician. So you're very, very witchy, you're very, very psychic. And not just that, you're very good at manifesting. You're a powerful manifester. You're very much in balance internally and externally, and it gives you so much power to create. And I feel a lot of you are naturally very creative, but right now you really need to use that. It's a gift you have, and you're supposed to use this gift in this lifetime to create what you truly want. And I feel a lot of you all in this pile are meant to have creative careers. Even if you're working in like a corporate, you need to feed your creativity, and you need to learn to sustain that fire. That's very important. We have Queen of Wands, and she's the watery part of fire. And she's sort of, you could say she's sort of like, she would be campfire. Yeah, she would be campfire smoke, right? Because it's very contained fire in a very limited area, but it still radiates, and it gives its joy and its heat to anyone and everyone around it that needs it. But it's very sustained. It's not like a forest fire that burns out completely. And I feel the more you're able to learn and show up in this Queen of Wands energy, doesn't matter if you're male, female, anything in the middle, it's the energy. And Queen of Wands, in the tarot, she's the most attractive of the queens. She's the one who would have the most DMs. She's the one who would be even harassed the most, just because of her energy, just because of who she is. She is the it girl, she's the it boy. And I think that's what you really need to embody, because it's who you truly are. And I'm not saying life is not going to be difficult for you. I think you're going to have a lot of challenges, which are just going to be opportunities for growth. And you may have to you may even have to move a lot. You may have to switch jobs. All of that, I feel all of that is again taking you towards a job that is very well suited for you. So I think you just need to be open to your own sort of duality, and you need to be open to your own sense of multitude, because you are changing every minute and you're becoming very beautiful and more complex as time passes. So I think you need to really honor those parts of yourself as well. And I feel right now you really have to take some time out and ask yourself, what is it that you truly want? Because I think you're still closing out a very old cycle, but you're going to step into a new cycle very soon. And before that happens, you need to be internally okay. You have to balance all aspects within yourself for the things to come in the future. So I think a lot of y'all need to rest as well. And just know that you're going to emerge victorious regardless of you taking a day off or two. You're still going to emerge victorious, because the third, fourth day, you'll still get to work. So don't burn yourself out. You have to lose the battle but win the war. You understand that you have to go the you have to go the extra mile over here. That's very important for you, because your journey is as such. You're meant to have this long, winding, crooked path to your destination. And I think a lot of y'all just need to enjoy where you are right now and understand they're not running out of time. And in order for your future success, it's also important that you build this character that you're building in right now. I feel a lot of y'all I feel a lot of y'all's heart chakra is expanding. I think you're getting more compassionate, and even your consciousness is expanding. I really feel that in this file, and I really feel you're going to learn to master this sense of chaos and this sense of darkness, because you will be able to create something. You're going to be able to create order out of this chaos, is what I'm trying to say over here. And you would not be able to do this if there was no chaos around you. So please understand this. There's something much deeper happening around you, even if your whole world is falling apart. And I get it. We're all still very human at the end of the day. And when something horrible happens, we all need some time off to come back to ourselves. So please show yourself that grace whenever required, and don't burn yourself out. I think that's really important over here. And I feel like I'm repeating myself, but I really feel that is a very important message over here. And there is a lot of travel here as well. You're supposed to travel. I feel a lot of y'all are supposed to move countries. Just know that it will happen at the right time. But you will be able to attract in the right kind of romantic partner. We have Two of Cups here as well, and we have Three of Cups. So I think right now a lot of people are just falling out of your life, and I think you need to just honor that. I think you just need to honor whoever's going out of your life with love, and just release them with love, because the more you let go, you will be creating space within yourself for new and beautiful things to emerge. So also be very mindful of what you're trying to fill the void with. Are you trying to fill the void with just something that makes you feel momentarily good, but you know that's not on your level, and it doesn't meet your standards? So I think you have to really ask yourself those difficult questions and be a little honest with yourself, because it will help you go the long way over here. So I think that's very important. And know that friends are coming in, a lover is also coming in, someone very worthwhile being with, soulmate, twin flame, all that is happening for you. But right now, in order for that to happen, you have to lay the foundations. So right now, whatever you do, that's going to affect your future, and that's a good thing and a bad thing, because you can be accountable for what you create, and you need to even be more accountable about the bad things, because, like I said, you would not be able to create so much beauty if it wasn't for all this destruction around you. So there's also this message of renewal over here very strongly. So I think you need to just really allow yourself to be present. And all of a sudden there was like an electric thing going off. So there is a lot of energy in this reading. I really feel that, and you're going to be able to harness this energy in whichever way you choose to do. So there is a deep sense of responsibility here as well with whatever you're trying to create. I know that you will sustain over here. The reading ends with Queen of Wands. So you will be able to sustain your creative endeavor, whatever it is, and you're going to be able to monetize it. And you have to, and if you already aren't that, you need to be thinking in terms of how can you monetize the beautiful ideas that you already have. I think that is a very important and a very big message over here. And know that when it's time to change and pivot, you will be given that divine insight to do so. So learn to be quiet enough so you can listen to what is being said to you, because I feel a lot of y'all are in direct communication with the divine, and you're literally being guided through the way. And I'm getting this mental image of like a person inside a bubble, and I really feel that is you. And I really feel a lot of y'all are being pushed through life through these very difficult moments, but you still have this sort of bubble of white light around you that is still protecting you and still keeping you intact against all the horrible things that you went through. And I think you need to acknowledge that not a lot of people can survive what you have gone through, pile number two. So there is a lot of grace that you have to show yourself in order to even go ahead. And like I said, taking 2-3 days off is not going to stop you from building your empire. In fact, it's very important that you take that time out for yourself, so you can show up and learn to be more functional, and you're more rested, so you can do better work. I think that's also an important message over here, pile number two. Don't stress yourself out. If you're stressing yourself out, you have to counter it right then and there, because stress is just going to take away from your grandness. Please remember this. Don't allow yourself to be stressed. Shuffle some oracle. Anything I missed? We have cardinal moon and we have new moon and Cancer, and the cardinal moon reads, be bold and make the first move. And The new moon card reads, you and your loved ones are safe. So what would you truly do right now, pile number 2, if you had no restrictions, if you didn't care about anyone, if you didn't care about whose feathers you were ruffling? What would you do right now for yourself? I think that is really the question, and you just have to do it. And I think the more you start doing things, the deeper you're going to understand that yes, we do create certain identities around things we do, but it's not so much about that. It's more about the action of doing and getting lost in the process. And that is really important over here. I feel a lot of y'all are very insecure. I feel a lot of y'all have a lot of scarcity mindset. I think a lot of y'all are just worried about money and being in debt. And like I said, the higher the risk, higher the reward. So the more you're able to learn to show up and be your authentic self in whatever you choose to do over here, whatever you're trying to create, and again express yourself very clearly, communicate very clearly. All of a sudden, I felt I couldn't talk. So it's really important that you understand that you are safe, and there is no reason for you to be anxious, and you will be able to get whatever you want over here. But you sort of have to move the wheel yourself, if that makes sense. You have to be in this cardinal sign energy, even if you're not a cardinal sign. And I'm a Taurus, I'm a fixed sign. I understand how difficult it is to start something new, because we as fixed signs, we just love having a routine, and we just love knowing what we're going to be doing next. And we actually don't hate the mundane, we love the mundane. And I do feel that is also your energy over here, whether you're a fixed sign or not. And you need to understand that you will only grow if you take risk and if you take a chance on yourself. And you would rather fail doing something 10 times and then succeed than to have never done it and be in regret and then just keep complaining about how you could have been something but never you have taken action to do that. So what you do right now is really going to help you decide whether you're going to be like a superstar, or you're just going to go and live a mundane life. And there's nothing wrong in living a mundane life, but you really have a very important choice to make right now. And if you feel you don't have a choice, you need to really look at your life events more thoroughly and re-examine them, because you do have choice and you do have the upper hand over here. Even if you feel things are going against you and the whole world is really against you, it's not. So you're also going to have to learn to depersonalize a little when it comes to just bad things happening to you, and learning to see them in a more objective light, and not being afflicted by those things, because again that will help you even get more success. And again, the question here is, are you even ready to, for example, have a very big platform? Are you even ready for your business to blow up? Are you ready to are you ready? I think that is really the question over here, because there is success for you, and I think it's not happening to you right now because you sort of have to get over yourself in order for these beautiful things to come in for you, because you cannot be questioning then. And I'm not saying you cannot, you can always question yourself, but all this is happening so you don't remain stuck and frozen when opportunities come, because right now you really need to let go of things and create space for the new beauty that you want to create within your life. And again, be very mindful about what you're putting back into your life, what you're putting into your body. Be mindful about those things, because it'll be very beneficial for you in terms of the product you're trying to create over here. That's a very important message. Yeah, any other messages? Yeah, that's all I have for pile number 2. Again, it's a general reading, so please take what resonates, leave the rest. And if you like my style of reading, please like this video, share, subscribe, comment. It means a lot. It helps the channel grow. And if you want to reach out for private reading, you can definitely do that. My email ID and my Instagram handle are given in the description box below. So you can definitely reach out for private reading, and I will see you guys in the next reading. Thank you. Hello, pile number 3. If you chose the John Bauer Tarot, this is your reading on where is your career headed. And this is a timeless pick a card reading, so you're meant to see it whenever you see it. So we're asking angels, ancestors, spirit guides, ascended master, star family today, what can my pile number 3s expect in terms of their career? Where are they headed? Where is pile number 3's career headed? We thank you for these clear, concise, and accurate messages. We thank you for always guiding us, especially when we need it the most. Okay, pile number 3, we have Two of Pentacles, we have Page of Pentacles, we have Four of Wands, we have Six of Swords, we have Queen of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles, King of Wands, Two of Wands, and we have the Wheel of Fortune. So there's something very destined about your career path. I feel a lot of y'all are doing something that is very hyper specialized. You could very much be a neurosurgeon or a tarot reader. I'm just giving an example. You could fit wherever on the sort of polarity between those things. And I'm saying that because I think a lot of y'all didn't think that you would end up doing the kind of things you're doing right now. I think that is what I mean when I'm trying to say that destiny's at play over here. And I feel you may have tried a lot of other careers before you landed on the career that you're supposed to be in, or you're going to end up landing on the careers that you're supposed to be in. But you're supposed to learn these different things because it's inevitably going to help you with your career that is most suited for you. So that there are a lot of changes here as well. I really feel that, and I do feel you may be very confused between a lot of options, but I do feel a lot of y'all will eventually do multiple things, but right now it's important for you to prioritize and make a choice between what is it that you give most importance to, and what comes secondary. So even if you have a lot of ideas, if you want to do a lot of things, it's very important that you understand that you are only one human being and there's only so much you can do because there are only so many hours in the day. And even if you stay up for 18 hours, you can still only choose to do one thing. So it's really important that you prioritize, because when you do that, you will obviously be able to achieve at least one of the things that you want to achieve. And once you sort of apply that, whoa, the light just went off. Yeah, so we had a technical difficulty right there, and with the fuse going off, and this happened in pile number 2 as well. So I really feel that there is a lot of energy around you that you're supposed to harness and you're supposed to use. And I feel if you're not being able to move forward with what you're doing right now, you really need to take some time out and understand that you're being saved from certain pitfalls. So don't try to resist something that is not happening for you. If you're being called to be quiet right now, and just if you're getting some time off, really take that time off, because there will be a time for you to act. But right now, it's very important that you take this time off and understand that even where you are right now, it's going to give you those necessary grand ideas that you need to succeed. And understand that even all the struggles you're going through right now, because I do feel pile number 3, you're struggling somewhere with stability, even if that is not the problem for you, but you are struggling somewhere with stability. And understand that all of this right now, it's very transitional. What you're going through right now is not going to last you forever, but it's going to teach you some very important lessons and you will be free of it. And what you're moving towards is a beautiful home for you. Firstly, there's a harmonious home for you over here. I feel a lot of y'all growing up, you wanted a beautiful home, so you're going to have that. And there's this stability, there's so much stability, and there's so much beauty over here. I do feel this pile collects things. You could very much collect whatever you collect. It's a general reading, so for your situation. But you are some sort of a collector over here, and you will have whatever you're trying to collect in abundance. And you're going to have all those very rare things and those vintage pieces, or whatever you're trying to collect over here, you will be able to get your hands on it. And I think right now we're really being called to create. You're really being called to step up and lead the way, because you're showing up here as King of Wands. So even if you have a lot of difficulties, it is what you need in order to work your magic. So please understand this. You're already showing up here as the leader. So all you have to do is step up to that and take the lead and charge. That's what you need to do. You really need to be in this very masculine, creative energy. Even if you're not a man, it doesn't matter. We're sort of reading we read the energy. We read the energy in the tarot, not the gender. So again, keep this in mind. And at times, even if you're very feminine, you have to learn to step up, to be in your masculine energy, to again do what needs to be done in order to protect the feminine and nurture the feminine parts of yourself, right? So I think that's very important. And I think what is going to really help you is being grounded. I keep saying that in all my videos, but being grounded for you is going to be very important, because even if bad things happen, even if you have to learn certain lessons, it will not drag you through it. It will not take a very heavy toll on you, as long as you're grounded, and you will be able to recover sooner, and you will be able to rebuild sooner from tower moments. Even if bad things happen to you, that inevitably will lead to good. So I think you need to keep that in mind moving forward. And like I said, destiny is very much at play over here. And I think what your destiny is really wanting of you right now is to really enjoy the process of what you are doing and where you are, and not focus so much on the end result. I think a lot of y'all are very focused on the end result, and it's not helping. Sometimes you have to be taken off course in order to redirect you to the course that you need to go a little faster. So I think you need to understand this and just show yourself some grace and even honor yourself where you are right now, because you will miss this. You're going to miss the misery as well. Trust me, pile number 3. And understand that what you're going through right now is not going to last forever, even if you feel that way. So I think your ego is also trying to keep you stuck by making you feel as if things are never going to change. Know that even the small steps you take right now, all of that is adding to the grand design. It's adding to that big picture that you truly want, that you're painting for yourself. So don't deceive yourself. don't fool yourself. I think that's also a very important message over here. I know that whatever you're sacrificing right now, it will come back to you in ways you can't even imagine, and all of it will be worthwhile. All your sacrifices will be worthwhile, but right now it's really important that you enjoy the process and really just learn to be in the present moment and understand that there will be a time for you to act. There will be a time to take action, but when things are really not going your way, that is a cue and a sign for you to really take some time off for yourself and regroup if required. So don't resist. I feel I'm repeating myself, but I really feel that's the message over here. Don't try to resist whatever is in your way over here, because things are happening for you in ways you can't even imagine. We don't. I would say we know what is best for us, but even then, we don't know what is best for us compared to higher powers, right? So I think you need to just be okay even not knowing certain things about your path and only knowing a little, and know that the further you walk on your path, more things will be revealed to you. So again, it's not even having faith or belief in what you know, but it's really just knowing what you know. It's the sense of clear cognizance which you do have. So cultivate it a little more, because it'll bring you peace instead of anxiety. The only reason you have so much anxiety, pile number three, is because you have a very powerful mind, and when you have a powerful mind, it can work against you, right? So I think it's very important that you show yourself some grace and do not let your mind out-trick you. Understand that it is still a part of you and it doesn't rule over you. So I think that's very important. And the best way, again, I would say meditate, ground your energy, go out, spend time with people you love. I think all of that will again help you so much in whatever you're creating over here. And know that stability is yours. You're going to have that beautiful stability that you've always wanted, and nothing is going to keep that away from you. No evil eye, no black magic, no none of that nonsense is really going to get in your way. So please remove it. All those things only work when you give it power, when you give it your emotions, when you get irritated by those things. Understand that you are a more superior wizard, you are a more superior witch, so none of those things are going to really affect you. And when you naturally just vibrate higher in any sort of hurt people want you to go through, it's not going to affect you. It's like you're driving a Lamborghini and they're driving like a Suzuki. No, nothing against people who drive Suzuki, but I'm just drawing a parallel here in terms of horsepower and like the engine of the different cars, right? So understand that you are in a more superior vehicle, so you're not going to be affected by people who are in slower vehicles, right? So please keep this in mind, unless you choose to really press the brake and be affected by it. So understand that you control things. You have the power over here. You really decide what happens. You call the shots. You have the upper hand. Pile number three, you really have the upper hand, even if you don't feel that way right now. Really reassess your situation if you feel as if you're powerless, because you're not. You're really, really not powerless right now. Shuffle some oracle. Anything I missed? Okay, we have three cards. We have Void of the Course Moon, Fixed Moon, and Mutable Moon. And we have nothing will come out of the situation, which is the Void of the Course Moon, and nothing is yet set in stone, Mutable Moon. So it's really giving you the freedom of really designing your own destiny over here. And like I said, destiny is playing a very big part in this reading, but it's not like you're powerless against your destiny. You co-create with the destiny. It's 50% your work and 50% the higher forces. So again, you have to understand that. Please understand this, pile number three. If you want to have a castle tomorrow, it's going to take you some effort today to get to that place. And this also gives you the freedom of understanding that you create whatever you want, the good, the bad, the ugly, and the most beautiful. So really take charge, take accountability, and operate from this space of autonomy. You don't really need anyone right now. Even if you feel desperate, even if you feel very needy right now, you don't need people right now. In fact, you need to be alone to ascend, to again create whatever you truly desire over here, because again, nothing is set in stone. So it's a free canvas, it's a white canvas. You can paint whatever you want on it. Yes, you will be destined to do something very hyper specialized. I really feel that, but it's still a choice you have to make. You still have to make a choice whether you really want to be this magical person or you want to go back to being an ordinary person. And that's a choice only you can make for yourself. And no shade to people who want to be ordinary, but the very fact that you have this opportunity and you have this choice, it means that you were supposed to do something very, very special, and you were not just supposed to blend in with the crowd. So I think you need to really And I'm not saying you need to go out of your way to show people that you're special. I think the more you're able to just be yourself, the more you're able to just authentically express yourself, I think that will set you free. And I think that, again, that will help you enjoy the process more than focusing on the end result over here. And you're being really called right now to hold your vision. And this card can get very difficult because it means that you will be tested. You will really be tested in terms of, do you really want what you want over here? Are you really ready to fight for it till the end? And the question here is yes. So you really have to sort of prove your spiritual impeccability when it comes to really getting what you deserve over here. And understand that if anyone can do this pile number 3, it's you. Because you have very unique experiences which make you perfect for the very hyper specialized job that you're supposed to have, which is a part of your destiny over here. So things are working out for you even if you don't feel that way. And if there is resistance, just let go and find a much easier path for you, because those things will be revealed to you. You have an inner sonar. Ask questions, answers will be given to you. It may not come right away, but it will come. So just keep an eye out for it and learn to be quiet enough so you can listen to it. I think that is a very important message over here. Yes. Any other messages? Yeah, that's all I have for pile number 3s. Again, it's a general reading. So please take what resonates, leave the rest. And if you like my style of reading, please like this video, share, subscribe, comment. It means a lot. It helps the channel grow. And if you want to reach out for a private reading, you can definitely do that. My email ID and my Instagram handle are given in the description box below. So you can definitely reach out for a private reading. And I'll see you guys in the next reading. Thank you.